theory of particular language is its grammar. The theory of languages and the expression they generate is universal grammar. Universal grammar is a theory of initial state of the relevant component of language faculty. What is universal grammar? Okay, I will explain universal grammar. Universal grammar is a set of linguistic principles and constraints hypothesized uh, to form an innate basis for the structure of any natural language. Chomsky's theory of universal grammar proposed that humans possess an innate capacity for language acquisition with inherent grammatical principles shared by all languages. It suggests that children are born with an innate understanding of language structure, enabling them to learn in the language they are exposed to efficiently. In other words, the concept of universal grammar itself is based on the assumption that all of us humans have a cognitive system that is shared among all of us. It's something biological. We are endowed biologically not just with capability, but with the specific device that enable us to understand any language in the world, but also to speak the language. An example, you were born and grew up in Jambi using the Jambi Malay language. Then you move to place with the Japanese language environment and then you learn Japanese. When you go to school, you learn English. There are clearly many differences between these languages. So, how that capable of learning Jambi Malay, but you are also capable of learning Japanese language. You are capable of learning English, and you are capable of learning any other language. It is because you were born with that device, the biological device. Um, some people might ask, what is one application of universal grammar theory in real life language situation? Universal grammar theory explains language acquisitions in children as an innate linguistics knowledge helps them rapidly grasp shared principles and underlying structure. And then, how does universal grammar theory help in the acquisition of a second language? Yeah, universal grammar, such as share linguistic principles across language, which can serve as a foundation to ease learning a second language. I
Aptitude is basically your brain being super good at something. It's like having a superpower for a certain subject. School is full of these superpowers. Your friend who has English test without even trying, they probably have an aptitude for language, like their brain just love figuring out words and grammar. Or that other friend who draws incredible pictures, they might have an superpower. Their brain just gets how to use colors and make things look awesome. It's not about being the smartest, it's more like some subjects just come easier to you, like having a cheat code in a video game. Of course, practice still matters, but with an aptitude, things might feel more fun and click in your brain faster. There are two types in aptitude. There are natural aptitude and acquired aptitude. Natural aptitude is the aptitude you bring from your birth until now without even putting some extra work to prove you good at it. And then there are acquired aptitude, which is the aptitude you gain from extra work like practice, experience, or anything else that need extra work to acquire these skills.
Cohesion in English refers to the meaningful connection between the different parts of a text. It is what makes a text flow smoothly and logically, and helps the reader to understand the overall meaning. For example, I will tell a paragraph that the old woman sat on the park bench, watching the children play. She had lived in the neighborhood for many years. She had seen many children come and go. She remembered when her own children had been young and she would often come to the park with them. She smiled as she watched the children, and she felt a sense of peace and contentment. This paragraph is cohesive because it uses a variety of cohesion devices, including reference, repetition, and conjunction. For example, the pronoun she. It used to refer to the old woman through the paragraph, and the word children is also repeated several times, which helps to create a sense of focus. And the conjunction and but are used to connection different parts of the paragraph. Formal L2 learning or formal second language learning is a structured second language learning process that usually takes place in a classroom setting. This learning is guided by a teacher and use a set curriculum and teaching methods. For example, English class in public school, intensive Japanese language courses or English courses, and the third is student exchange program with a focus on language learning.
And the last one is cognitive style. Cognitive style is an individual, preferred, and habitual mode of receiving, remembering, organizing, processing, and representing information. Cognitive style can play a significant role in second language acquisition. The example of cognitive style and their implication in second language acquisition is the first one, file dependence versus file independence. File dependence learners or FD are better at acquiring communicative skills or excel in natural second language acquisition, as they are more social, empathic, and perspective of others. On the other hand, file independent learners or FI may be more successful in the classroom learning or testing, but they may be struggle more in natural second language acquisition. And the second one is visual versus auditory learning. Visual learners prefer to see image or diagram, while auditory learners prefer to listen to lecture or discussion. In second language acquisition, this means that visual learners may benefit more in watching video or using video aids, while auditory learners may benefit more from listening to lecture or engaging in conversation with native speakers. Understanding this cognitive style can help educators tailor their teaching method to better suit their student needs in second language acquisition. For example, a teacher may use a variety of teaching methods to cater to both FI and FD learners, or provide visual aids for visual learners and encourage auditory learners to engage in conversation with native speakers.